I love to ritualize the things I learn in therapy to sort of help them really stick and make a difference in my life. And I want to show you something I have started doing. The thing I'm working on right now is vigilance. And for me, this means being constantly aware of my surroundings and how people in my sphere are responding to me. And it also shows up as like some worry about whether or not my authentic self and showing my authentic self is actually going to be a disaster. So I have a self-love altar, and I made a few changes to it this morning. I'm also working with a poppet and with a stone. Let me show you more details. This is my self-love altar, and it usually doesn't have these little papers pinned to it, but I wanted to show you how an altar, a pocket altar, can be sort of a living thing. And what I decided to do, I was thinking about my vigilance and how if I can visualize it as something I can hold, then I can visualize setting it down. And then what's going to go into my empty hands, right? We can't just sort of get rid of things. We have to backfill that hole. So I decided if I could set down my vigilance, then I could pick up curiosity and I could pick up trust. And the idea of moving in curiosity and trust instead of vigilance just really opens up a lot of possibilities for me. A much more transformative place to be in, a place that's more open to life and what life has to offer. So as I carried my pocket altar with me today, I kept curiosity and trust in mind. Another thing I decided to do is I grabbed this stone that I got from the shores of Lake Superior, and I'm using this stone as a vessel for my vigilance. So I think it'll help me to just identify when I'm feeling vigilant. That's the first step, is just to see that it's happening, to feel what it feels like in my body. And then I'm using this stone as a vessel. So when I'm feeling vigilant, I collect all of that feeling in my body and then I put it into this stone. And then at the end of every night, I take this stone and I plan to put it on like a little slab of selenite on satin spar to cleanse it. So I've sort of rid my body of that vigilance. So I'm both visualizing and ritualizing, shedding this vigilance and adding something new into my life. I'm also using a poppet. A poppet is a spell doll. This is one that I tied myself, and you would consecrate it as yourself. And here again, I'm sort of doing this magical, ritualized, visual, physical work of putting curiosity and trust in my hand. So I don't really want to pierce my doll. I could also sew this on, but I'm just going to use these tiny safety pins to act sort of like little bracelets, I guess, and attach curiosity to one hand and trust to the other. So poppets are sympathetic magic. What you do to the doll, you do to the person. And so this is a doll for me. So I'm adding curiosity and I'm adding trust to me. And then this poppet is sitting in a bowl that I use for healing. So it's sort of a ritual space. It's essentially an altar. It's a spell and an altar all in one. And so this poppet can sit in that bowl to help me with healing the vigilance and with carrying curiosity and trust instead. All right, those are 3 ideas for how I ritualize and make more physical the things I'm working on through therapy. I'd love to know if this resonates with you or if you've got other ideas for how people can sort of make their therapy more witchy, more woo. Let me know in the comments.